Alright, quick little review of a Bintelli Beyond 4-seater lifted. I like a lot of things about it, and I don't like some things about it. I just washed it here, so it's a little dirty. But it has a backup camera here, which is kind of nice. I still even have the sticker on it. It has a radio. It's nothing fancy. It works. It doesn't sound great, but it works. Has a windshield wiper, which actually parks itself, which I like that. This water's on the inside. So I like those things. I like the rear view mirror, the side view mirrors. It's all stock. I didn't do anything to this thing. This is just how it comes when you order it. The backup buzzer on this thing is obnoxiously annoying, so I disabled that pretty quick. I love the fact that it has a pretty much all aluminum frame. That's nice. I like that it has rear cup holders and a little groove to put phone in here. The rear seats are decent. You're up pretty high. It definitely feels like a chariot when you're riding on the back. They do fold this. You got to make sure it catches. I can't get it, but at any rate, with one hand, this has got to catch onto that lip. So you kind of got to push this in when you fold that down so that it'll rest on here. It'd be nice if that actually caught on it, but I think that this rail is going to have a tendency to get bent out, because when you sit up on that back seat, if you're going up a hill, you really feel like you're going to fall out, so you have a tendency to put your foot up on this to kind of hold yourself in. The taillights are nice, headlights are nice, so it kind of has like a daytime running light option and then a low beam and a high beam. That's all pretty sweet. Like all that. The thing I absolutely love about this machine is this. So this has two 105 amp hour lithium batteries, and it has a really good motor on it up under here, which is all phenomenal. The power this thing has is great. The longevity of the battery life is wonderful. Don't charge it that often. So there's a lot of great things. I like the fact that the roof goes all the way. I like these handles. I don't know if you can see that in the sun. It's not really the best there, but you can see the handles there and for the back. So that's nice. The seat belts are all good. You almost kind of want to wear the seat belts in the back because you feel like you're just going to flop out. So that's all the pros. Now the major con or downside to this otherwise awesome machine is the suspension. I'm sure you probably, if you're watching this, you probably have some experience with Easy Goes or Club Carts and some of the other brands. This thing rides horrifically. It is such a rough ride. We call it the spine realignment cart. It's awful. Yeah, I know everybody's gonna say it's because it has a stiffer suspension for the 4-seater. It's so stiff. There's like no give. So that's a definite downside. I'm actually going to try and look to see if I can get different shocks for it or something of that nature. And maybe if I can't get that fixed, I might look at just selling it and getting something else. It's that bad. Now, I'll say that my use is probably different than a lot of people's uses. I'm not in a housing track or whatever, a community where you're driving on paved roads or nice trails on a golf course or something like that. That's not me. If you're driving on smooth, manicured trails and lawns, this would be phenomenal. Everything else is just great about it. But if you're driving in a field or on, we'll say, not perfectly flat trails, and it doesn't take much of a bump, it is rough as shit. It is really rough. So that's the biggest downside I have for this machine. Pretty much everything else I really like about it. So, one other thing, which you probably, unless you actually sit on this and you sit next to one of your buddies and you go from this to, say, an E-Z-GO or Club Cart, you're probably not going to notice it. This machine is narrower. A Club Cart is wider. There's more room between the passenger and the driver. It's wider, which makes it feel much more stable. Because of the height of this machine and how narrow it is, it feels tipsy. Pretty significantly tipsy compared to other ones I've been on. So that's another concern if you're going to be, using this off-road, shall we say. Or even if you plan on taking fast corners, I'd be concerned. Because it does go pretty fast. It is pretty fast for a golf cart. Tons of power. The accelerator pedal is very touchy, so it takes a little getting used to. You don't want to just stomp on it because the people on the back will go flying off. It just takes right off. So I kind of wish there was a little adjustment for the sensitivity of that pedal. I would probably turn that down a little bit because you really got to be careful that you don't tromp on that pedal, because it'll just go. And if you're sitting on the back and you're not ready, you don't have your foot up or something, hold on. The backup camera is kind of nice. You don't really need it on something this small, but it's there, comes with it. I don't think that's something I would pay extra for. So pretty much everything else I like about it. The speakers kind of suck, but I'm not buying it for the speakers, the sound system. If there was something to upgrade, it would be the sound system and it would be the suspension. Other than that, I really like it. I absolutely love these batteries. This battery setup, I suppose if you get this and something that has better suspension, is just wicked. It has so much power, so much longevity. I go weeks without charging it. Now, granted, I'm not driving it as much as probably people that are in a community using them kind of instead of a car. But still, it lasts way longer than my lead acid batteries that I had. So, oh boy. What do we got going here? I don't even know. That's interesting. Okay. So, that's kind of my review in a nutshell. Put this bobblehead thing on here so you can see it bounce. Let's see. We'll go for a little ride around the yard here. The other thing I like too, the parking brake. If you engage the parking brake when you hit the go pedal, it doesn't go. You get a little light up here on the dash when you hit the pedal and you have the parking brake on. So it has a bypass thing, so you're not going to burn up your brakes. So you got to remember to take the parking brake off in order to actually go. So I kind of like that. I think that's a good feature there if someone doesn't forget it. It does have a power outlet on it. What else we got here? USB plugs. I haven't even tried them yet. The cup holders are big enough to fit, like a Gatorade bottle or something like that. It's a little bigger. Actually fits in here. I don't know if a regular can would fit in these smaller holders. Hang on a second. Let's try it. Yeah, regular can will fit in those smaller cup holders. So I like that. I've had my Honda Pioneer side by side. You can't even put, this won't even fit in the cup holder. That's annoying. That's so annoying. So let me give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm driving around on, right? This is, it's not like, you know, straight up farmer field, but this is rough. This is pretty rough, and my yard isn't that bad, but it is pretty. Oh, we had a little bonfire last night. But the pedal is very, very touchy. It doesn't take much to really go. I mean, this thing goes pretty quick. You almost don't need the brakes on this. This thing will stop when you let off the go pedal. It's so rough through here. These little roots sticking up from these pine trees, and you can kind of see them there. You hit those, and it's just so rough. My side-by-side, even my kid's little side-by-side here, is such a smoother ride. I don't even know what they're doing. At any rate, so that's I guess that's it. Take it for what it's worth.